guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing the Miniverse holiday series. So if you don't know with the holiday, it always tells you on the side what you're getting inside, except for the rare. The rare is this Grinch hot chocolate thing that's super cute. So far I've just seen that it's the heaviest, and when you shake it, there's little to no rattle. So I don't think I have the rare, but today we're making the reindeer. So let's get the wrapper off. The capsule is baby blue this year, very pretty. I like these boxes. A birch reindeer. So we have a small one and a large one. Plaid table. Gold base for that. We have the resin. Just says liquid adhesion on it. So gold tweezers, oh my gosh, that's cute. So the topper this year is a bow. So that goes on there so you could display it when you're done. Did give us a paintbrush for that. And then all the rest of the pieces, we have some berries, acorn. Oh no, do I have to tie string? I hate tying string. Flocking powder, no! I hated this stuff previously when we put on the Christmas tree because it just all came off and it was awful. So fingers crossed it's not awful this year, but we're gonna find out in just a minute. Let's peek at the checklist real quick. That's cute. There are a few steps to that, and yeah, it does look like it still is resin. You assemble it with the nose on first, cure it. Then you add the acorn and the sticks, and looks like you can trim the branches and adhere those. That's really cute. And then you could flock the back of it. That actually may not be too bad because we're not trying to hang ornaments or anything from it after you flock it, so it might be fine. That's a hot cocoa. Isn't that so cute? That's the best one, obviously. Then we also have a roast beef and a snowman cake. I did find both of these, so I don't know which ones I'm posting first, but I'll be doing that soon. So let's clean up and get started. We do have to assemble the reindeer. Trying to gently open that. Oh, okay. Let's just dump all that out. Okay, so we have branches and then its legs, and they tied it together. See if I can get that off. There we go. Pieces flying. Okay, so, okay, that's easy. The base is where the legs go. And I guess if you wanted to, you could super glue these in there. I don't think I need to. Cute and easy so far. Now the short one goes in here for the neck. And then, does it go the long part out? Why are there multiple? Oh, duh, for the ears. Okay, so that. So the one with the hole in the center is the neck? No, nope. There's two that have like an extra hole in the center. That's where the antlers are gonna go. The one that's just a regular circle. These are falling out. Didn't I just say I probably don't need to glue those? Here we are, needing to glue them because they're falling everywhere. Maybe I just didn't have them shoved in there good enough. What is this? This, are those ears? Oh my gosh, they're ears. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. Let me just show you close up. So there's those ones, that's for the ears. The circles with the circles. The two tiny circles are the antlers. Makes sense the longer you look at it. These are very tiny. I'm gonna try to cram them in there. Oh my gosh. Yeah, these definitely need to be super glued, I feel like. It would make it easier. Can't even get the ear to go in there. Ah! Maybe it has to go a very particular way. I mean, if it's its ear, it should go like that. Nope, they have it more laid back. Here I thought this one was going to be pretty quick and easy because there's not too much to resin. And I am currently driving the struggle bus. Cooperate. A lot of this is probably a me issue. Okay. Okay, super cute. Now let's stick these in there as he face plants, poor guy. Okay. Oh, that is very oversized for his tiny face. I feel like they're both very uneven. And there goes the ear again. Let me fix it. Okay, so now we're gonna build the big reindeer. I had one of the legs going the wrong way, so I did fix that. But I'm assuming this one will be a little bit easier because it's bigger maybe. I think it's just really the ears that are kind of difficult. Yeah, these antlers seem smaller. Get this string off. Okay. So the legs, there's one end that's like a little rounded, and that's what goes into there. I think this is a cute idea. Definitely unique, not something I would have guessed they were going to do. Okay. Now the neck. Goes like that. The tiniest holes are gonna point up because again that's for the antlers. The ears are the worst part. Let's see if these ones are easier than the last ones. Doesn't appear so. Let's just take the head off real quick so I could squeeze it. It just, unless I'm having it going the wrong way, it just doesn't fit in there nicely. The ears surely don't go down, they go back, right? Yeah, looks like they go back. They don't want to go back. I got them in there, but I bet they're probably gonna fall again. They are supposed to look like that, or they're sticking out because it's like the ear folded. I would definitely say go ahead and super glue those bad boys. That doesn't really feel very snug either, but maybe when we add resin on, it'll change it. Maybe it'll be dripping over it so it kind of fuses. But now we kind of have to lay them like this because the next step is to add, I'm just going to place it on there first. These look like the tomatoes. Yeah, so we're going to put that like that on the nose and then cure that. Then we're going to flip it upright, put the acorn on, cure that. So we do have couple quick, easy, hopefully painless ones. I'm just, ooh, look how thick she is. Look at that. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's resin. It does say liquid adhesive, but it does show 5 to 10 minutes in the sun. It doesn't feel like our typical resin though. I'll put a little bit like that. little bit there. Try to carefully drop that in the center. There's one side that has like a little indent. Again, I think these are the little tomatoes or cherries that we've seen in the past. And I kind of like it sticking up so you could see the indent. Okay, I'm gonna go put it under UV light and I'll be able to tell if it's resin real quick. Pretty sure it is resin. I zapped it for like 60 seconds and then tried moving it and it didn't move. So it's just super thick resin. So now we're going to put the acorns on the back. These are kind of squishy, that's cute. And they're gonna sit like that for the tail. Probably just gonna do one and show you, and then, yeah, I could see totally knocking it over while I'm doing this. Put a little bit, just a little drop. It says to do the antlers at the same time. Absolutely not. We are not doing that. So something like that, and then cure it. So now it says you can take these and trim off pieces and then stick them on there, I guess, to do them in sections. I mean, you could probably just lay the whole thing over there. I feel like that makes more sense since it's such a long piece. And then you could cut a smaller one to go that way, you know what I mean? But they have it where you're trimming off sections. And also that seems difficult to do in one step, especially when you're supposed to be doing the tail at the same time. Like, no. Yeah, I might do that one at a time. I feel like it'll take a while because you don't want it sliding around. And yes, this stuff is thicker. Speaking of, I'm probably going to put some right at the base like that. It is thicker, so it may not slide around like some of the other resin does or has in the past. But see, like, I think that's cute to stick through so you can see the branch behind it. They do have it looking like that on the picture, it looks like. And I think they did it from both sides. They did give us, I mean, pretty much, honestly. So maybe I'll do the front and then see what it looks like if I put one on the back. Oh no, that's my worst nightmare. It's gonna fall, isn't it? See? Super glue. I saved it, but I'm annoyed. It should stick in better so that you don't have to accidentally touch anything, you know what I mean? Especially because it's resin, you're not supposed to be touching it. So, idea for this one, cute. Maybe not, no, the best execution-wise, but I will give them props for giving us that thick resin. Because, man, could you imagine doing this with the real liquidy kind? Okay. I do kind of like the look of the branch still being able to be seen. And maybe if you could put it like on the sides of it better. I don't know. We're also supposed to be putting flock over this, so maybe nitpicking at this part doesn't even matter. But I did trim, if I could pick it up, this piece. Which way do I want it? Like that. That way it fits on this little area. Maybe off the side. You could kind of put it on the side. I'll have it like that where the branch is peeking a little. And then I'll probably add maybe a tiny one over here. I haven't decided. You know how indecisive I am. So, let me ponder that. Now comes everyone's favorite part. We're going to try and flock it. So we're supposed to do the acorn. And then the antlers. So I'm going to focus a little bit on like the tips of them. And maybe not necessarily the whole thing. Let's see, does it have it anywhere else? It does show it like a little bit on its nose and even on the back. So I guess I'll put just a little here. Maybe I'll butt it up to like, you know, the neck and kind of places where I want things to fuse. It should hit those ears, honestly, but I didn't. I will super glue those if those become a pain in the future. So you're going to sprinkle, and you could shake a lot of this off, so don't worry. It looks like a lot. It might actually not be that much on there. And of course you can pull some off if you want. I think that's pretty cute. Sorry, I don't know if you saw that if I was in the screen. There's a little there. I think that's cute, having the tips like that. So I will set that to cure. Could do the bigger one next. This is how I have the branches looking. So I'll do the same areas. We'll do a little line on the back going up to that neck. And then what we do on here a little bit. Kind of like we're doing a reverse little sun-kissed look. I like the tips of the antlers. Something like that. And then I cut the smallest hole in this bag. Whoa, comes out like salt. I could shake it off a little. Of course, if you want it more snowy looking, you can always go back and add more resin to certain spots, but I think that's pretty cute. Yeah, I'm gonna cure that and then we'll do some close-ups. I think those turned out pretty good. Now we get to put the scarves on them, which I think will really pull together that look. And again, you can flock yours more if you want, or we did have several branch pieces. Oh man, I gotta cut it. I guess I make them, did I just cut it in the middle? I feel like one has to be bigger than the other, right? Or else it'll look goofy. Yeah, these are the decisions that I hate making. Let's try to make it even. Maybe like that. I'll cut one maybe just slightly shorter. Good luck. Let's see. I don't know if you actually need to tie it or you can like resin it or super glue it to stay like that. That would be cute. You probably could. Just like fold it over. They have theirs kind of like twisted and then on the side. Which again, hard to do, and if you flocked it, let's do the bigger one first. I might do that one off camera. If you flocked it, it kind of makes it more difficult because the stuff will kind of go flying. It will rub off, which is why I don't like flocking stuff. Especially last year. Flock the Christmas tree, then you're supposed to hang ornaments off of it, and then when you would hang the ornament, just the flock would just... Honestly, that's easier because then I could just do this. Loop it, stick the neck through there. I mean, totally not fancy nor cute, but I guess I'll double knot it. Wish they gave you more just so you didn't have to struggle with it. There's not much room to work with, and I don't even think my hands are that big, or my fingers. Maybe they are. Oh, okay. So that's a thing that totally happens. You can also put resin at the bottom to keep it from fraying. Oof, that's not a cute look. This one went sideways real quick, didn't it? Let's put its head back on there. And just, it is what it is. We have a Gone with the Wind kind of look there. That's kind of hilarious. Let me tell you about the last 15 minutes. I was trying to tie this. I was like, oh, I could probably resin it on there. That didn't work. Ended up coming apart. Lost a leg in the trash can. Had to dig through a trash can. Finally found it. Lost an ear. Super glue it. If you get this one, super glue it before you do anything else, because it is such a pain. The pieces do not snap in nicely or snugly whatsoever. So that is hopefully your takeaway. I mean, it looks cute when it's put together. It's just very fragile, even the legs. And I feel like I crammed them in there as snug as I could, and it still was falling out with little to no movement. So at least I found the leg. If you want to see me make the cake or the ham, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned. I will have those videos soon. Thanks so much for watching. Bye, guys.